Parents thinking that outdoor activities can prevent screen addictions, you could be wrong. One of the mistakes that I share in my webinar is many parents mistakenly think by enrolling their child into multiple activities would prevent screen addictions. I had an interesting conversations with my friend Aaron, where he shared about his childhood gaming addictions. One of the interesting things that he mentioned is that his mom enrolled him in multiple extra co-curriculum activities such as Chinese class, piano class, martial arts, and so on. So let's listen to Aaron sharing.
The reason why I would be gaming all the time was because my mom would always put me in a lot of extracurricular activities. And whenever I would get the chance, I would want to game. It would always be the first thing I would think about. Right. And just to give you all some context, what are these extracurricular activities? Because I feel like the audience is maybe a lot of parents. Right. So I was put into tutoring a lot. Here in Canada, we have like something called Kumon, or I went to Kumon, or I had a private tutor. I was also put into basketball lessons, piano lessons, swimming lessons, Chinese school, martial arts. And also, just because I was put into these lessons doesn't mean that means that there's more time too, because when there's tutoring, there's extra homework. When there's basketball, I have to practice on my own time, right? When there's piano, I have to practice piano. Don't know if you all had any kids that right now in piano that hate practicing, but I was one of them, right? Same with Chinese school. When you go to Chinese school, you just don't go to the Chinese school. You also have Chinese school homework, right? So that's kind of like the brief synopsis of my childhood gaming career, Jesse.
Wow. So you actually, can I rephrase that? If let's say your mom didn't manage to put you in multiple classes, like a lot of the classes like piano, martial arts, then can I say that most probably you will end up like gaming 6 to 8 hours a day if there's not so much of classes or these activities being arranged for you?
100%. Like even when I wasn't gaming, I would always be thinking about it. Right. So it was actually very deep rooted. But the thing is, I wasn't able to. And to give you also context, right? And I'm sure as you parents, all parents, they want the best for their child. So my mom thought, to give her son, which is me, the opportunity to succeed, she would have to put me into all these things to build my skills. So unfortunate for me, or maybe fortunate for me, a lot of my time was greatly occupied already. But to answer your question, to affirm it too, if I was not in these extracurricular activities, I would definitely be at the library or be playing games on my computer.
Okay, and can you actually explain like grade 1? Because I have an international audience, and sometimes grade 1 it could be different in other countries. So grade 1 generally refer to how old are you at the time at grade 1?
Okay, yeah, of course. So in Canada here, usually you're in kindergarten when you're about the age of 5. All right, after kindergarten it's grade 1. So when I was in grade 1, I was about 6 years old. So it's pretty early.
Oh, it's pretty early. I thought that it could be like your teenage, and your mom actually happy that you actually say, oh, I want to go to library at 6 years old.
Yeah, exactly, right? Even my grandma's like, oh, like she'll brag to her friends like, oh, my my grandson's always going to the library, telling her friends about it, but she doesn't know I'm playing video games, right? So like I feel bad for it now. And like there were times like during my childhood where like I got caught in the library playing video games, right? And it's like, oh, like I still remember those times because I feel so bad, right? And always that instead of like feeling angry, sometimes I'm not sure if anybody can relate. Wow.
So if you actually really think that by enrolling your extra co-curriculum activities will prevent screen addictions, I want you to think again. So there you are. So I have this webinar, which is called 20 Painful Mistakes That Parents Regret Making in Their Child's Screen Time and How to Avoid Them. And in this webinar, I will actually share with you all these 20 mistakes and what you should do about it, instead of I give you the 4 steps as well and what you should do about and how to avoid these mistakes. And today, I covered about one of the mistakes, which is parents mistakenly think that outdoor activities can prevent screen addiction. And if you're actually thinking so, like when enrolling your child into multiple activities like outdoor activities, extracurricular activities can prevent screen addiction, you could be wrong. So I want you to think again. So I would like you to come and grab your free seats to my webinar and avoid these mistakes at bit.ly/screen time mistakes. I repeat again, the link is bit.ly/screen time mistakes, and I'll see you in my webinar.